So now we are starting what is the analysis process of your parallelogram law of forces. In our previous slide we are discussing about what is the principle of parallelogram law of forces and what we can find out through your parallelogram law of forces. So always remember that the principle is here, that is, if the two forces are acting on a body, okay, if two forces acting on a body which represent your both magnitude and direction by the adjacent side of the parallelogram law. Here both the two forces are acting in a parallelogram law in adjacent to each other, then their resultant force, okay, here the your resultant force represents same magnitude and direction and which is passing through your diagonal. Okay, so we should prove this, how this diagonal passes and how this diagonal is having the same magnitude and direction that have having that two forces P and Q. We should analysis that here. Okay, so now how can we find out the diagonal, okay, and what is the resultant force formula here? So first we find out, so here first we taking a point O, then two adjacent forces are acting here, one is your P, another one is your Q, and here the Q force which make an inclination angle here which is your alpha, okay, and the P forces which originate from O and the end point is here A, and here O point to P point it is Q force. So after that we passing another line from B to which is parallel to your OA line which is P force. We draw another line which is BC, and from parallel to OB we are passing or we are draw another line which is AC. Okay, after that we make an diagonal which is from O to C. Okay, in all the rectangular section the diagonal will be crossed in this way. After that we extend this OA line to OD, and from C to D draw a perpendicular with 90 degree. Okay, and here your angle Q which make angle with P force, that is alpha, it is same as here the angle at point A, it is also your angle alpha. Okay, so in this diagram, parallelogram law diagram, here we are having two triangle, one is your small triangle and another one is your big triangle. Here two triangle, one is your OA, here C, OAC, ACD, okay, and another one is your OCA. Okay, so from here we are taking from the figure the triangle here AOB. Okay, this angle is your alpha AOB. Here see, this angle is your alpha angle, and here your AC, which one is your AC? AC. Okay, it is parallel to which? Your OB, Q force. It is parallel to Q force, and BC is parallel to OA, P force. So here AC is equal to your OB because both are parallel to each other, and which having the force Q, it having this line having Q force, it is parallel to Q force, so that's why AC also having your OB and AC having both Q force. Okay, after that your OA having P force and it is parallel to BC, it is also having same P force. Now your angle AOB which is same as your CAD, both the angle are same, it is alpha, that's why it angle also alpha. About this you already have studied in your 10th class. So now come to the from right angle triangle, here which one is the right angle triangle? Here O D C. This is your right angle triangle. Okay, ODC. This is your big triangle ODC, and from the small triangle ADC we are taking two triangles, and then we should symmetric that and find out what is the formula of resultant force. So now from the bigger triangle, which one is the ODC, from that we should find out what is here your OC. Okay, so we know that the formula your p square equal to a square plus b square. So here OC square equal to, you all know that the formula is OC square equal to your OD square plus your CD square. Okay, HB square plus H square. Here p square equal to a square plus your b square. So OC square equal to your OD square plus CD square. So here OD means it having two lines here, OA point and AD point. Yes or no? So from OD square we can put that OA plus AD square plus CD square. Okay, and from the triangle A come to the ACD triangle. Okay, ADC triangle. So here we are taking that the angle here alpha. Okay, which make an angle sine with your horizontally and it is vertically, and it is taking at sine alpha equal to is your CD by AC. Okay, which one is your CD by AC? So here is a formula, that is what is the, how can we find out the angle? Okay, so that formula is explained by how can we explain about the triangle, that is a formula is here your sine theta. In trigonometric you have already studied about how can we find out the angle sine theta. Sine theta ka what is the formula of sine theta? Sine theta formula is B by C. Okay, so here B is your CD and C is your AC. So sine alpha angle here, that is your CD by AC. Okay, next come to CD. So then what is the value of CD? CD means it is multiply with this angle sine alpha into AC. Okay, so we know that the value of AC, here the value of AC is same as Q. So we can put here CD equal to AC. Instead of AC we can put here the value Q and sine alpha. Okay, next come to the whenever we are find out sine alpha, again we can find out cos alpha, because here we can find out in horizontally force and in vertically. So now we horizontally taking that cos alpha. Cos alpha, what is the formula of cos theta? That is A by C. Okay, so formula is here your AD by AC. Okay, so now we can find out the formula of AD. So AD means AD equal to, this will be multiplied with each other, AC into cos alpha. So here we are get the formula AD equal to Q cos alpha. So whenever we get the formula of OC square, which is OD square plus CD square, and after that we are getting the formula OA plus AD square plus CD square. So instead of OA, okay, we can put that OA, this is the value of P, plus what is the value of AD? We getting here Q cos alpha, plus here CD value how much? CD Q sin alpha square. Okay, so now we can solve here. Open this P square plus A plus B whole square. What is the formula? A square plus B square plus 2AB. So here P square plus Q cos alpha, so Q square cos square alpha plus 2 into P into Q cos alpha. Okay, then plus Q square sin square alpha. So now what is the value of here OC? OC is here how much? R. So R square equal to P square plus we know that the value of q square cos square alpha plus q square sin square alpha, the value is your 1. Okay, so here the rest of is p square plus q square plus 2pq cos alpha. So what is the formula of your result, your parallelogram law of forces? So here we can find out the resultant force p square plus q square plus 2pq cos alpha. Okay, so this is your formula. So this is how we find out or how we analysis the parallelogram law, and we prove their principle that the resultant force having the same magnitude or having both p force and q force. Okay, so next thing we will discuss in next slide. Thank you.